Stop right there and rewind everything you think you know about why women sleep with men, because it's almost certainly wrong. Most guys cling to old cliches, looks, money, status, yet these ideas barely scratch the surface of reality. Today, you're about to discover the 4 hidden reasons that drive women to intimacy, insights grounded in female psychology and the timeless logic of Stoicism. See, once you learn what actually sparks desire, you'll quit guessing, quit wasting years chasing mixed signals, and finally move with the kind of calm confidence that sets real relationships on fire. Imagine this: you're drawn to someone, attracted, and everything seems set for chemistry. Then suddenly the spark dies. Or maybe you've seen her choose someone who, let's be honest, makes you scratch your head. Why did she pick him? Wasn't her type, wasn't richer, wasn't better looking. And that's exactly why you need to tune in, because her choices aren't random and they run far deeper than you realize. The first hidden reason is that physical desire isn't the whole story, and it's definitely not the biggest one. Guys grow up thinking if they work out, dress sharp, and nail their style, it's game over. Sure, women notice looks, but attraction for women is like a puzzle. Looks are only the first piece. What really seals the deal is what happens after. Take David, a recently divorced man in his 50s who assumed that sharpening up his appearance would pull women closer. It did, a little, but what genuinely shifted Laura's attraction was David's humor, his calm, and his ability to listen without judgment. She eventually admitted, "It wasn't your appearance that drew me in, it was the way I felt at ease with you." Here's the truth: her body might notice you first, but mind and emotions call the final shots. And unlike men whose physical drive is steady and high, women's desire is cyclical, affected by mood, stress, and especially the vibes you create in the relationship. That's why obsession with appearance and gifts misses the deeper forces of attraction entirely. If she doesn't feel safe or trust you emotionally, her desire never ignites, no matter how sharp you look. But if you know how to engage her heart and mind, everything changes. The Stoics figured this out centuries ago. "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts," wrote Marcus Aurelius. A powerful reminder that what you project internally shapes how she experiences you externally. Be anxious and needy, she picks up on it. Be grounded, calm, and confident. That energy amplifies whatever attraction might already exist. Here's your next revelation. Emotional safety unlocks intimacy in ways that physical attraction never can. For most women, real intimacy doesn't start in the bedroom. It starts in her mind and emotions. If she doesn't feel emotionally safe with you, nothing else matters. You might be handsome, wealthy, or charming, but if she senses tension, judgment, or pressure, desire fades quickly. Emotional safety means she can reveal herself, her thoughts, fears, vulnerabilities, without the threat of criticism or rejection. That's the foundation for natural desire, not forced responses. Many men approach intimacy like a deal or transaction. Do something nice, create a romantic setting, expect a result. But women don't follow that script. Emotional tone sets the stage. If she's respected, valued, and safe, her body follows suit. If not, she shuts down. Seneca, another Stoic master, wrote, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." Her imagination, the question of whether she'll be cared for or exposed, can either unlock her desire or kill it in a heartbeat. Arguments and insecurity are poison to intimacy. She may love you, but if she doesn't feel emotionally safe, she'll withdraw. You don't have to be soft or weak. Emotional safety actually comes from your strength. Control your reactions, remain calm, lead with steadiness. A man who loses his temper or doubts himself creates an unstable environment, but the steady, centered man provides the security she craves. Women often say they want a man who makes them feel safe, and that means emotional steadiness just as much as physical protection. When stability is present, intimacy flows naturally. Think about the environment you're creating. Are you the safe haven? Do you protect her peace, or does your impatience sabotage intimacy? Speak less, listen more. Let her feelings set the pace. When emotional safety is present, her physical desire rises, mind at ease, body follows. That's real psychology, not manipulation. But what's next? Connection strengthens through touch, a simple truth most men overlook. It's tempting to think touch is only about sex, but for women, physical contact is a whole language on its own. It says, "You matter." Touch communicates safety, closeness, and love in ways words can't. Take Mark and Ellen, married for decades. The spark faded not because they stopped loving each other, but because the little touches slowed. "You hardly hold my hand anymore. You don't hug me the way you used to." It wasn't about sex, it was about connection. Small gestures, a hand on her back, an arm around her, even the briefest brush of fingers mean more than men realize. Consistent touch reinforces emotional safety and keeps the flame alive. Research backs this up. Couples who keep frequent, non-sexual touch report deeper satisfaction and connection. It isn't about dramatic gestures, it's about authentic, everyday action. When touch disappears, women start to feel taken for granted. Mark learned. He began greeting Ellen with a hug, holding hands in public, gently touching her arm during conversations. Ellen opened up, smiled, became more affectionate, even initiated more intimacy. For her, touch was the bridge back to connection. Here's an important insight. Touch builds momentum. Intimacy starts outside the bedroom, long before sex. Without daily touches, expecting sudden nighttime passion is unrealistic. Gentle, thoughtful gestures, a kiss on the forehead, a squeeze of the hand, carry unexpected weight. Now layer in the next hidden motive. Social pressure shapes her choices in powerful, invisible ways. Not every time a woman sleeps with a man is driven by true desire. Sometimes she's responding to the heavy influence of social pressure. Family, cultural norms, friends' opinions, even the silent expectations of society shape her decisions far more than most men imagine. A woman might go along with her adventurous friends, seek normalcy or proof of commitment dictated by her background. It's not always about attraction, it's about the invisible weight pressing from outside. Epictetus, Stoic sage, said, if you wish to be free, do not wish for things that are not in your control. For women, social expectation often lies beyond their control. They're raised in systems defining what's acceptable, what's shameful, what makes them valuable, and often internalize those voices so deeply they forget to ask what they truly want. Sometimes intimacy happens not from desire but to avoid conflict or judgment. She may act out of fear of being labeled cold, unloving, or difficult. The result? Passion based on pressure is miles away from genuine intimacy. Afterwards, detachment and resentment replace closeness, eroding the fabric of the relationship. Men underestimate the strength of these forces. They confuse compliance with attraction, but the difference determines whether connection grows or falls apart. Your role as a Stoic man is to be the steady frame that doesn't pressure her. Create space for genuine choice, never force performance. When she acts from true desire, intimacy becomes real, and frustrations vanish. Ready for another truth? Curiosity and novelty fuel attraction in unexpected ways. Women are deeply wired to respond to freshness, unpredictability, and mystery. The brain lights up with dopamine when something feels new, and excitement often translates directly to desire. Consider John and Michelle. After years of routine post-divorce, John's spontaneous suggestions, a mountain drive, a new recipe, lit Michelle's fire. Not because he was wealthy, flashy, or conventionally exciting, but because he broke the script and introduced authentic novelty. Women associate new experiences with new emotions, and when you're the catalyst, she connects those feelings directly to you. You don't have to reinvent yourself every day, just avoid predictability. If every date or conversation repeats, she subconsciously tunes out, but subtle doses of freshness keep her engaged and wanting more. Like music, even the best song grows old on repeat, but a remix brings instant energy. Relationships work the same way. Novelty must be authentic. Fake interest to impress? She'll sense it. Genuine curiosity, new ideas, different restaurants or creative adventures, let her feel your energy, making intimacy come alive. A mistake many men make: equate stability with monotony. Stability should anchor, novelty should excite. Together, those forces make you unforgettable. Strength plus novelty, that's what women find magnetic. Here's another discovery. Stability makes her body respond in a way most men never realize. Stability isn't flashy, it's grounding. When a man is emotionally, mentally, and financially stable, women pick up on it instantly. Safety is the foundation for intimacy. Without it, she stays guarded. With it, she relaxes and desire naturally rises. Consider the reality. If she feels like she's walking on eggshells, always worried about your moods or your ability to handle life, she'll never give herself fully. Passion fades when instability becomes normal. But show steadiness under pressure, be consistent in actions, reliable in presence. That's when she leans in. Marcus Aurelius taught, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Your ability to master your world signals whether she can trust you with hers. Real stability isn't perfection. She doesn't need you to be emotionless or rich. She needs you not to collapse, not to shift the burden of your life onto her. Handle your responsibilities, live with discipline. That silent message, "I am stable, you're safe here," is more seductive than any line or expensive night out. Take a hard look. Does she see a man who's grounded or one who's easily shaken? Stability builds trust, and trust is the bedrock for long-term desire. But trust needs fuel, the ability to awaken her emotions in ways that can't be ignored. Age is another crucial factor. What drives a woman's intimacy at 25 is radically different from her desires at 45 or 55. Attraction evolves with life stages. Ignore this, and you'll misread every signal. At younger ages, Curiosity, novelty, and chemistry dominate. As women mature, security, emotional connection, and future vision become paramount. Tom discovered this after his divorce. Lavish dates and playful energy worked on younger women, but not with Laura, who craved depth, safety, and stability. For her, excitement alone was insufficient. Passion doesn't disappear with age, it shifts. Surface-level thrills give way to meaningful connection and trust. A confident, intentional man becomes the gateway. Instead of chasing adrenaline, align yourself with the triggers she values as she matures. Understand change, adapt, and you'll stand out. When you greet her as she is, not who she was, you unlock affection younger men can't even approach. Another killer of desire, emotional neglect. Nothing drains attraction faster. You can buy gifts, take her on trips, or provide stability, but fail to meet her emotional needs. Her desire evaporates. For women, intimacy is built on emotional presence. When that's missing, she withdraws, sometimes slowly, sometimes instantly. If a man doesn't listen, dismisses her feelings, or treats her as an afterthought, she feels invisible, and her attraction dies. Gifts and solutions are good, but presence is everything. Emotional neglect is often silent, absence of attention, empathy, or engagement, and it adds up. Providing financially or solving problems isn't enough. She needs to feel seen, valued, and cherished. That's when attraction reignites. Small touches, eye contact, words of acknowledgement, these are priceless. Ignore this reality at your peril. Emotional neglect weakens the bond, and without emotional intimacy, everything becomes hollow. Are you present in her world or simply physically next to her? Ready for the most addictive force of all? Presence and attention create obsession. Your looks, money, charm are nothing compared to the simple act of being fully present. Women crave men who make them feel important, seen, and genuinely valued. David, after years of career focus, met Sandra, a woman with walls built high. It wasn't drama or grand gestures that got Sandra's attention. It was the rare gift of presence. Full attention, genuine listening, thoughtful response. He remembered details weeks later, wasn't performing or seeking validation, just being there. Sandra found herself craving time with David, not because of what he gave materially, but because of the attention that made her feel unique. And attention isn't the same as neediness. Flood her with constant texts, compliments, or cling to every move. Desire dies. True attention is calm, intentional, and strong. You're not chasing, you're choosing. Undistracted presence triggers both emotional and biological responses. Her body relaxes, emotions heighten, and attraction anchors itself. The real secret? It's not about hanging on every word or being her therapist. It's about focus, showing her by your actions that she matters. Sandra became more affectionate, began planning time together, opened up emotionally because David's attention was rare, and rarity breeds value. Presence turns ordinary experiences into unforgettable ones. But passion doesn't last on presence alone. The final ingredient, the essence of sustained desire, is stoic strength. If there's one quality that keeps a woman coming back, even after the first rush has faded, it's not wild excitement, but maturity, emotional discipline, and quiet confidence. Real strength isn't loud or aggressive. It's principle over impulse. Stoic men command respect and keep a woman's passion alive because she knows he can be counted on. Women may chase excitement short-term, but lasting desire depends on certainty, not chaos. A man who can't manage emotions, who lashes out or collapses under stress, burns bright for a moment but fades fast. Over time, unpredictability exhausts. What women want, over decades, is the opposite. Centered, calm, consistent strength. Seneca summed it up. He who is brave is free. Courage isn't about chasing danger or picking fights, but mastering yourself. A man who controls his mind and emotions radiates security. He earns trust instead of demanding it. That trust is the fertile soil where passion grows again and again through conflict and adversity, not just good times. The engine of passion is polarity, the tension between masculine and feminine energy. If the masculine side is unstable, the woman feels forced into the stabilizer role and attraction dies. But if the man is calm, centered, and consistent, her feminine energy flourishes. She leans into desire, knowing there's solid ground to stand on. Stoic strength doesn't mean being cold or detached. It means mastering emotions, making choices not out of fear, jealousy, or anger, but out of clarity. Surprisingly, women don't want the perfect man. They want a reliable one, someone who can disagree without disrespect, stay steady in storms, and remain calm in conflict. That creates trust, the soil in which passion takes root and grows year after year. Chasing intensity is a rookie move. Sustained passion is about restraint, discipline, and clarity. It's about being the man who doesn't need to constantly prove his worth. His presence proves it effortlessly. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind." That's the essence of Stoic attraction. Such men create calm even when life is brutal, and passion follows naturally. They stop chasing passion and start creating it every day. So now you know the hidden reasons women sleep with men spiral far beyond surface attraction. It isn't about looks, money, or lines. It's about emotional safety, authentic connection, the spark of novelty, the anchoring power of stability, presence, and attention, and above all, the strength to lead, not with force, but with example. When you move through relationships guided by these truths, you stop guessing, you start leading. Clarity, calm, and self-control become the real forces women can't resist. You become the man who attracts, not just for a season, but for a lifetime. If this connected of you, share your thoughts below, and remember, living with discipline, purpose, and power isn't just attractive, it's rare. Don't waste your time chasing superficial signals. Become the calm in her world and watch the mystery of attraction unfold.